Hi there, Sir Mike Strong, M&L Motors, automotive lock and key services in West Sussex. Just another little video this morning to do with our car key section that we're doing. Battery location, how to get to the battery safely, take the vehicle key apart without damaging it, which is the most important thing, to be able to change the battery, put it back together with as little damage to the casing as possible. So this particular key in question is one of the older style first generation Volkswagen flip keys. There are still quite a lot of these around. What I had recently was a customer come to me with a key in bits. Said he wanted to replace the battery, and what he was told to do was to take this badge off of the key, and underneath that badge is a screw which he needs to remove, and then that will allow the key to separate, come apart, and he can change the battery. What he's saying is right. There is a screw underneath this badge, and if you do take it out, this key will fall apart. The spring that retracts the keys, the switch blade will come flying out, the little metal button will come flying out. You'll have bits everywhere. You don't need to do that. This is actually a two-part key. So the remote control and the battery is actually separate from the switchblade part of the key. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to separate this key and get to the battery and change it. Now, as I said earlier, these are the older style first generation flip keys. If it's a newer style Volkswagen key or the Audi key, they are a single solid key, which there is a battery cover that you need to pop off. You certainly don't pop the badge off, get to the screw underneath, because all that will happen is your key will fly apart. But with the new Volkswagen keys, if you was to take that badge off, there's nothing there anyway. The key is actually there's a steel pin which is used to hold the key together, which is sort of located. I'll show you another Volkswagen key later, but you'll find that there's a round small steel roll pin which is located round about there. So you can't physically take the new ones apart without destroying them. But these older ones, it's quite a simple process. So what you'll notice is, this little groove here. What that's designed for, it's designed to get a screwdriver, or a small flat bladed screwdriver, into that little gap. And then what you're doing is you just want to gently lever it up, and then as you lever this part of the key up, let me just show you that again. So what I've seen people do is they're gouging it like that. They're trying to use the screwdriver to dig this part of the key out. You don't want to do that. You just want to insert your screwdriver in and then press downwards on the screwdriver, so you're actually lifting this part of the key up slightly. So if you just press down and then use your thumb and forefinger to just ease the remote out of the key, and they just separate like that. So this is the remote control module of the key. This is the actual switchblade part of the key. This is also where the immobiliser chip is located. So there is no immobiliser chip in this. This is just solely a remote control. The actual immobiliser ID48 chip is located round about sort of here inside the key. If we was to take this key apart, you would see it. It's just in fact, I've got one very similar on my bench here. This is they're a little bit smaller than this. This is a 4C chip out of a Ford key, but it's very, very similar to this small glass pill. If you ever do take your key apart and you do notice something looking like that dropping out, I would get hold of it and treat it like it's gold, because that's your immobiliser chip. Without that, your car's going nowhere. So as I say, there's no need to take the badge off, there's no need to do any of that. We just put that to the side. Our battery is actually located inside this unit here. So to get to that, it simply just pulls apart. Simply, you don't even need a screwdriver, just simply pops apart. I'll just show you that again, because that was so quick. The easiest way I find to separate these is this part of the key here where the blade would normally retract up to, fold up to. Just use your two thumbs and just gently pull it apart, and that will reveal the circuit board in that part of the key. Once again, they are electrostatic sensitive. We don't want to be touching the board. We'll just put that to the side. This is our battery we're interested in. They're held in quite firmly, but if you get your screwdriver and just remove them, just be careful on these because the contacts do pop out. These keys actually require 2 cells. There are a couple of 3 volt 1620s, so you do require 2 1620 3 volt lithium cells for this key. So as I say, you've just got to be a bit careful with this contact. Make sure it just sits back in the key nice and flushly. Get your new batteries. Just what I'll show you as well is there is a little indication here on the casing. There, so that's your plus sign. So the plus side of the battery goes flat. So, and then you would have the negative side sticking up. And then we got our cells that go in there. And then what we're going to do is put our key back together. Also, don't forget your little key ring loop. Snap that back together, and then you just simply pop the key back together, and that's it, job done. So no need to take the key apart, springs go flying everywhere, can't put the key back together. It's just as simple as that. Put screwdriver in there, I'll just show you that once more. Screwdriver in there, push it downwards, and then just use your thumb and forefinger just to separate the remote control. And then as you can see, there's no damage, there's no scratching. That's what you're trying to release. That little hook there is what hooks into that part of the key. It just hooks in there. So all we want to do is put our screwdriver in, press down so that the point of the screwdriver is actually pushing up on the case, and then we can, it gives you just enough so you can separate it. And that should get your fob working for you, no problems whatsoever. If you do find that you've got some problems with the key, the immobiliser chip doesn't seem to be working, you've lost the immobiliser chip or you've lost the keys, we can supply Volkswagen, Audi, Skoda, Seat keys up to around about 2015. Best thing to do is give us a call at M&L Motors. Let us know the make, model, year of manufacture of the car, and we'll let you know if we can help you out with that. Okay, thanks very much for watching.